What's going on, guys? We got another reaction video to a trailer called The Death of Superman trailer. Alright? Now, I'm not just a Marvel head. My favorite superhero is Superman. But my favorite universe is Marvel. Not really that big of a deal to me, but I know some people out there like, that's blasphemous. Like, what the fuck are you doing? What's wrong with you? Why are you repping the opposite of what your favorite superhero reps? And I'm like, suck it. You know what I'm saying? Like, for real. So, the Death of Superman trailer. Now, they've already had the Death of Superman cartoon before, but I came across this. I was done reacting to videos, and I was like, let me just, for giggles, let me just see what's on my newsfeed right now. And I saw this, the Death of Superman trailer. So, let's check this out and see what it is. Like, I was done reacting, but I am a Superman fan, so I gotta pay homage. Matter of fact, I'll put hashtag Smallville in my description box.
Something's not right. Ah! Follow you, bastard. Is there anyone in there? Or are you just an animal?
Superman is fighting amongst the people that love and adore him. This is Superman in the fight for his life that we've never seen him before.
It's a lot more emotionally shattering when the end finally comes for him in this movie.
We've got 30 seconds. You need to fire engines now.
In this movie, Doomsday is a bit of a mystery.
You take all of the dangerous elements of Superman, remove the conscience, put it in this vessel that can channel all that anger, rage, and power. You have Doomsday. Doomsday is a threat that they've never seen before, they've never faced before, even more so than Darkseid.
We've really got a bigger group than we've had for any of these movies before, fighting just one entity. So the more they battle it, the stronger it gets.
We raised you so that you could be yourself. We didn't raise you to be alone, honey.
This movie is a lot about relationships and the different kinds of ways relationships present themselves to one person. We see more of Superman's world.
Doomsday Superman is something that the DC fans are very familiar with. We really wanted to warrant retelling this story and putting it in this continuity and in this universe.
This movie is actually the first act of what the first original movie was. His plight at the start of the movie is whether or not to share his life further with Lois.
I feel like it scares you that I might get to the truth.
Clark, Kal-El, Superman.
Taxi!
He's got this identity crisis kind of going on. Do I stay human? Do I be the hero? Do I let Lois in?
There's a reason why I'm so secretive.
And?
He's willing to not only admit finally that he's in love with this person and make this connection by revealing who he really is, but then on another level, he's willing to sacrifice all of that.
We have other characters that weren't in the first movie.
We incorporate the Justice League in this movie as well.
Okay, next up.
A lot of their scenes in this movie are basically scenes where he's asking their advice.
Aren't you worried? About what? About bringing her into your world. The dangers. The sacrifice.
Lois is us in this movie. There's something very vulnerable about that. Hopefully that's an element that the audience can relate to.
I feel like I say this a couple of times a week, but thanks, Superman. I don't know what we'd do without you.
We definitely wanted to touch on the idea that Superman's existence, who he is as a person, affects everyone.
Superman!
In this movie, we introduced Bibbo, who has no real connection to Superman other than he's a huge fan.
How about a picture for the joint?
I really feel the producers do a great job of setting up that likability from Bibbo, that relatability. And
Stupid thing.
The story of him being saved in connection to all the other characters.
Say Superman!
Superman! And so he's our touchstone in the story that connects this story to what fans feel about Superman.
Hey, if you ain't got a place to go, you can stay with me while Superman cleans this clown's clock.
Real justice isn't reserved for some. It's everyone's right.
Jerry O'Connell, who voices our Superman, has done a fantastic job. And Lois in this movie really had a very pivotal role. And so for us, it popped into our heads that Rebecca Romaine...
What about, because the people that made these series of Justice League movies, which started about a couple of years ago, this Superman and Lois had it announced. This Superman and Clark Kent had a thing with Lois and her alter ego, Diana Prince, which was her human name, Diana Prince. They had a thing together. Lois and Clark really didn't have a thing. I understand that in the comics they're supposed to have a thing, but they better explain really in detail to me why they stopped talking, Diana Prince and Clark Kent, why they stopped hooking up, right? Because they can't be still doing that. They're not going to portray Superman as a player and playing both of these females out for, you know, for whatever. So I just wanted to point that out. And any of you who've been watching these series of Justice League movies, you guys know what I'm talking about. So, yeah.
Would be a great choice.
Thanks for the ride.
As far as their connection as being husband and wife, I think there's a familiarity there.
Are you sure you're not just getting old?
You'll have to tell me what that's like.
Ha! Super touche.
It was just so much fun to see them bring that to life.
We need you, Clark.
Jason O'Mara is our Batman, and again returned in this continuity of films. You know, really comfortable in the role.
Batman, zipline!
Shamar Moore has been Cyborg since Justice League War, and he comes in with such enthusiasm.
Where is that monstrosity?
Rosario Dawson is so much fun as our Wonder Woman. She just really brings not only the toughness, but the humor where it's needed.
Towel?
I don't sweat.
Maybe not on the outside.
No real thoughts. It's all aggression, all about the fight, a killing machine.
In the comic, the fight was staged it starts very wide, and we progressively get tighter and tighter and tighter, and the panels get bigger and bigger and bigger. And so we wanted to kind of replicate that feeling in the movie. Superman has an emotional investment in stopping Doomsday. The idea that he may not survive is the first time he's ever had to deal with that kind of emotion. There's a point where we see the realization in his eyes. This is a thing that he may not be able to beat.
As a fan, I want to see that depth and the idea that this sacrifice feels like it was given the weight to mean something.
To try to push for something different.
Hey, is that Bathound? Is that Bathound? Is that Bathound? Hey, look at that. Bathound. Hey, look at that shit. All right now.
Something different was a really fun opportunity to do on this movie. It fired off on all cylinders, like, yeah, let's really bring something unique to this, but also have it still feel reminiscent of.
Are you telling me that they're gonna like show this part? This is basically foreshadowing that initially Superman dies. Of course, you know, he's gonna come back to life because he's Superman, he's the greatest superhero of all time, but that's just, you know, that's just neither here nor there. Like, why are they gonna show this type of funeral service?
Of the comic book.
The death of Superman was something that I think comic book fans thought was unthinkable. It gave fans a chance to realize how much the character means to them.
I'm blown away by seeing Superman that vulnerable. He's willing to sacrifice to save not only Lois Lane, but everyone.
The biggest hero in the world can be killed, and anything can happen in this universe.
If anyone's watching this, send help! No!
I understand it happened in the comics, but then you could have like played it off a little bit that you guys were changing something about it, like, you know, make it a different ending, like what we expect if anybody like is a true comic book fan, just make it different. Like, come on, why? Why do that? But it's another good video, another good trailer. Surprising trailer. I did not expect to be reacting to this today or reacting to this anytime. I didn't know they were going to do this storyline with these Justice League characters, because they've had a series of films, and I think the only character that had their own separate films, but they were still part of these voice actors and these animators and these screenwriters for these Justice League movies was Batman. Because you had Justice League War, Justice League Dawn of Atlantis, Justice League vs. Teen Titans, Justice League. No, then you had Teen Titans, New Blood, and then you had the Son of Batman, which was Batman's own joint with Robin, and then you had Batman vs. Robin, and then you had Batman Bad Blood, and then you had one with the Teen Titans, Teen Titans versus the Judas Contract, and now you have this. Oh, and also Justice League Dark, which was basically all the magical superheroes, a part of Justice League, coming together to fight the darkness, the dark magic. So yeah, those were all the movies that are in the same universe, same voice actors. Maybe a couple of them changed, but you know, all of them in the same storyline. And this is a continuation of it. And all of those movies I just listed, which I'm pretty sure I have like a picture to pop up as I say them, or some list, are all good. So yeah, another good trailer. I'm definitely gonna check this out when it releases, or if it has released. I don't know. Let me see. I gotta find out when it releases. Matter of fact, I have an app on my phone where I'm gonna find out if it releases that. So post your comments down below. Let me know what you guys thought of my reaction. If you enjoyed it or not, please hit that like button and subscribe if you haven't subscribed yet. And please, when you subscribe, if you're new to subscribing, or if you're not new and already have subscribed but you haven't done this, please do this. Hit the bell icon so you know when my latest videos come on my channel. Right? Do not get lost. Please do not get lost. All right. So I will catch you guys in the next one with another reaction video. Take care. Peace.